The Leo and Danny Show. Austin, can we talk? I don't like to get too political, but this is going to affect the future of the Danny Mullen channel. What is going on with... I'm hearing crazy stuff about tax laws. I'm hearing that not only is California state income tax going to jump up to 16% for the top bracket, I hear that it's going to follow you around if you leave California. I'm hearing that property taxes are going to go through the roof. Are you on top of this, or are you just keeping tabs on lynchings and cross burnings and things of that nature?
I do know somewhat, and it's a problem that New York and California are having, that where they're taxing the fuck out of the wealthy people that make jobs.
Yeah, it's going to be you after you sell your Pokemon.
So
it's over 400K, right? To get that, is that what they say is wealthy? You have to make over 400K to be in this tax bracket.
I mean, the whole 400K, your taxes aren't going to go up.
I'll check that out.
I mean, your taxes are only going to increase if you make 400 more. That's just bullshit. 75% of Americans received an average tax cut of like $2,000 because of Trump. If you have a child, they doubled the tax cut that you get for having a kid. There's different things like that, and they're on like a timer. Trump's going to extend the tax cuts and keep them going, but Biden's already said he's going to repeal all of Trump's tax cuts, and then he's going to bullshit make his own tax plan, which, you know, is probably just going to end up fucking everybody over and making them pay more money for shit that no one really uses. I mean, I haven't received anything from the government. They didn't give me a stimulus check or unemployment when I applied for them. I don't make a lot of money or anything, but
here's what I
don't want to give 60% of my cash for health care that I could just be a responsible adult and pay $150 a month for the rest of my life and not have to give up half my income for health care.
So, yeah, see, I still don't know. See, this is the problem with in today's world. I just don't know what to believe or what the actual facts are, unfortunately.
The tax brackets, I've been led to believe that the top tax bracket is lower than it actually is. Okay. This, for California state income tax, you're basically getting hit with 10%. It's actually pretty fucked because the 9.3% income tax starts at $56,000, which is pretty fucking low to be getting an additional 10%.
It's like not even enough money to really live here adequately.
Agreed. And then it goes up to 13.3% if you're at $1 million or higher. But I mean, the difference between 9.3 and 13.3 is it's basically the same fucking number, and $56,000 to $1 million is a pretty significant fucking leap there.
People don't realize, they think that we can just tax the billionaires and then we can fix everything. Well, they're not actually billionaires. They have assets. They have companies that are worth money, but it's not liquid money that you can just tax people. The only way you can fund a lot of this bullshit is to just heavily tax the middle class. That's always been what they do because it's the only way you can afford any of these programs, really. Here
we have the federal income tax brackets. This is for 2019, so this might have changed slightly. It is 35% of your income federally if you make over $204,000. Okay. 35%, and then $204,000, that's about 10% in California. So it's 45% of your income if you're making $204,000, which, if I was making $204,000, that's a lot of money. Yeah. But if you're a family and you make $204,000 a year in a city like Los Angeles, you're almost broke. And the government is taking damn near half of your fucking money.
Well, I can tell you, there are ways around it. I mean,
having a mysterious sugar mama fund your bank account and not telling anybody how much you're worth?
No. You know, having a business that just doesn't make any money. That's what you need to do. Look, I know a man. He's a man that's made a lot of money, and I know him very well. It's not my father, but it's a father figure.
Is he an Italian who likes to get his dick sucked in front of Best Buys?
It's not me. Okay. But when you get into a certain tax bracket that you need, like what Donald does, like he apparently lost money this year, right?
Yeah.
That's how you kind of get away from having. So you could have a videography business that just for some reason you put a lot of money in, but it never makes money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And That totally works. If you're fucking real wealthy, you have the resources to pay some fucking brainiac, I'm substituting that word for Jew, a tax attorney who will go in there and fucking clean all your shit up. I know a certain YouTuber who paid a pittance in taxes given his insane income.
What do you think he did? For sure, that's what he did.
Well, it's because it's so hard to get tax cuts passed. So the only way they've been able to reasonably get things down is to add these tax write-offs or loopholes that you can use, and then people get mad that people are utilizing what's legally in the system. It's like, okay, if you want to get rid of the loopholes, then drop all of the taxes flat rate down, and then you don't have to worry about that bullshit.
You could write off this I mean, you could write off every cent you give to Austin. Austin could be your money pit that you need to really help you not pay that 35%.
He's my money pit. Yeah. Sometimes he's my cum pit if I'm feeling lonely.
So this guy, that big YouTuber that paid a pittance or whatever, he must have had some business that was losing money, right?
I don't know how he did it. I don't want to talk too much about this. Right. But it might have been Clout Kid Kenny or whatever his fucking name was.
Cody.
Clout Kid Cody.
All right, for example,
it sounds so stupid when we talk politics because Austin's knowledge of taxes are so theoretical because the dude lives in a trailer in his mom's backyard.
True.
You and I actually have some money, but we're new
we're newbies.
Very fucking new.
We're new to this, and we both have people that we've talked to that have told us what they do, and that's what I'm saying. And you have those YouTubers. I have people that I know. And they all tell me that at some point you need some kind of business that isn't making money that you could just put, basically it's not fraud, but it's a loophole. Idea. It's a loophole in the system. It's what Donald. I mean, why did he pay $750 in taxes?
I think that's not true. Yeah, I think the case is that's fucking bullshit.
That Donald paid $750.
I don't care how good of a tax attorney you have. Yeah. That's a lie perpetrated by socialists, as that the rich need to pay their fair share. Fucking bullshit. Okay, even the YouTuber I said who paid quote a pittance,
it was still
paid upwards of $1 million in taxes.
Right.
My fucking dad pays flat out 50% of his money to the government every year.
Yeah.
And my dad drives a Ford truck, lives in a one-story house with no pool.
He's a judge.
3 bedrooms. Yeah. He's a public fucking servant. And Austin, I think you said this, the middle class are the ones who really get fucked.
Like your dad.
And middle class, I would say, if you have a family, it's anywhere between $300,000 and $50,000. That kind of income level, because they don't have the resources to have some insane like fucking Clinton-esque foundation where they're just laundering their money.
Well, the reason why you see all these multi-billion-dollar companies and stuff endorse higher taxes than the left is because they don't like the middle class or small businesses, because that's competition. Those are people that could rise up and pull them down from their position.
Yeah. How do you like Amazon fucking going all rah over BLM? I'm sure Jeff Bezos is rock hard over the idea of people going and smashing up storefronts.
I'm sure in another life he was a Black Panther. Clearly, he's just super invested into racial politics.
Oh yeah, he cares.
He's the next MLK.
Oh, he cares. Austin's being ironic. He's commenting on how it's ridiculous that these big companies like Visa and State Farm pretend they're invested in social issues. I use this metaphor a lot, but they have their finger to the fucking wind. What is going to get us likes on Instagram and lots of support on Facebook? That's like when Gillette did that fucking bullshit Me Too ad about how men need to start treating women fairly. But they shouldn't be wrestling in the backyard.
Yeah.
I walked by with my girlfriend an Amazon store in Isla Vista, and they have a fat BLM fucking banner in there. Yeah, that's right. Fucking Jeff Bezos, a veritable sociopath with a bald head, with a house that has a ballroom in it in Washington, D.C. He's out there fighting the good. He is a natural Harriet Tubman. When he has a weekend off from launching missiles into space and redefining how people consume products and changing web services, he's penning the next Uncle Tom's Cabin, Austin.
It's true.
That's
he
what
really cares.
He really cares.
So, point of the story is, fuck Amazon, have a business that doesn't make money. When you start getting a lot of money, then you need like some money pit.
I feel like we're all completely politically illiterate.
Yeah.
But Leo in particular, I feel like you just over a couple beers heard about this money pit theory and you're just repeating it now as if is it something you've done?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I've done it once.
Once?
Absolutely. Yeah, maybe I've finagled some taxes.
Unless you start being honest, we're just going to think you're full of shit.
I just don't file.
I don't like to talk about tax stuff.
It's because you don't make any money, Austin.
I don't like to talk about tax stuff, but there was a year where a good friend of mine might have lied about certain losses on gambling in Vegas, which is a write-off, by the way, and that helped him out.
Yeah. All the stories I've heard, because I do have a lot of rich buddies. I was telling my dad about this guy.
What does Foo do?
Foo, all those guys get fucking... If they pull some kind of scheme, like if they have a tax accountant who's a genius and they have this coup, how they're going to save a bunch of money, it really amounts to they save $50,000 or $100,000 on their $13 million they made that fucking year.
Right.
So they're still paying $3-4 million in fucking taxes. Like that's what they're saving.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla talks about this. Adam Carolla on an old episode on Loveline just about fucking blew his stack. Is that a phrase people use? Over some fucking chick calling in and reciting that the rich need to pay their fair share propaganda. Adam Carolla's like, cunt, you think I don't pay taxes? I bought the U.S. government a Predator drone this last filing season. I paid fucking $2.3 million. Who goddamn knows? He paid like $2.3 million in taxes that year.
It is like really ridiculous, man.
It is, man. But like, then we complain here, and then if we looked at the tax plans of other countries, I know one place specifically that had free colleges, and I think it was like Denmark. It was they're paying like 75% taxes. Like everybody just pays like 75 to 80% taxes.
You're basically like
just giving all of your money. Yeah, in most countries it's like that.
I mean, when was the last time Denmark invented something good? The last practical product that came out of Scandinavia was the wooden shoe. They might have invented Spotify. That might be their one good thing. But I love that argument people make. It's like, well, they have it all figured out in Scandinavia. It's great. Bitch, we invented the internet, the phone you use the internet with, and every meaningful app almost that you visit while you're using the internet on your smartphone.
That's right.
And that's just in the past century.
Yeah.
That's this century.
Yeah.
The century before that, what did we? Oh, the airplane, the mass-produced car. We came up with fucking antibiotics, vaccines,
all the medical
penicillin.
Stuff.
Was that us? Did we come up with penicillin?
I think so.
What? Maybe did we? That might have been somebody in the southern hemisphere. I'm gonna look up penicillin.
It was an old white guy. That's
for syphilis.
Was he on vacation?
He saved a couple people that had the syphilis, buddy.
You guys can keep talking. I'm gonna look up penicillin.
I want to talk about property tax because I think they're fucked.
Oh,
because you went to my house, right? If you have to pay 1% to 2% per year for property tax, let's just say it's 1%. That means in 100 years, me giving my house from me to like my grandkids, you have to buy your property back from the government every century, which is just that's not owning private property.
Does any state not have property tax?
All right, the guy who invented penicillin was Scottish as shit. Still not Scandinavia.
It pays for the federal education system, which in itself I think
property
is
tax. There is no place that you can not. And then Florida and Texas don't have income tax, right?
Yeah, public schooling is done through property.
California's tax is actually relatively low, though. But I hear that the left has plans to change that.